Hey Falcons, this is Mrs. Simonson. Tonight's lesson continues our work with multiplication, but it uses a traditional algorithm. We call it traditional because it's often one that your family members were taught. We have one objective for tonight, and that is to use the traditional algorithm for multiplication. The traditional multiplication algorithm still uses the distributive property that we've been working with, but it has us write the problems as a setup in a slightly different way. Instead of writing them horizontally as we have been doing, they'll ask us to write them vertically, one right above the other. Let's say we have the problem 65 times 4. In this case, we have the ones represented, the tens represented, and we also are going to include the hundreds, even though neither of our factors have digits in the hundreds place. When we use the traditional algorithm, we start in the ones place. 5 times 4 is 20. 20 has 0 ones and 2 tens. We carry those 2 tens to the tens place. Now we distribute our multiplication of 4 among the other part of 65. 4 times 6 is 24, plus 2 is 26. 65 times 4 is 260. I want you to copy this problem into your notebook. 379 times 8. Notice we've added one more place value, and that's the thousands place. Solve this problem using the traditional method and press play when you're ready to check your work. Traditional method can also be used when we are multiplying by factors that have more than one digit. In this case, 2 digits. 21 times 16. Now when we have more than one digit in our second factor, we're going to split it into parts, thinking about that distributive property. In this case, we're going to start with the ones column, and we're going to just focus on distributing our multiplication by that 6. So 1 times 6 is 6, and 2 times 6 is 12. So we've taken care of distributing by the 6. But now we need to take care of distributing our multiplication by the 1. And in order to do that, there's one important step that we need to take into consideration. We need to bring in a hero, and my hero is 0. What we need to do is when we distribute among that tens place, we're going to put in a placeholder, a 0 in the ones place, so that when we start distributing, we start in the tens place. Now we can go ahead and distribute. 1 times 1 is 1, and 1 times 2 is 2. Notice we have a 2-digit number, so we're going to have a product list that is 2 lines. When we add these together, we get 336. 21 times 16 is 336. I want you to copy this problem, 504 times 28, into your notebook and solve using the traditional method. Notice we've extended our place value to now include the 10,000s place. Press play when you're ready to check your answer. We can use the traditional method when we're multiplying by more than a 2-digit number, in this case a 3-digit number. You'll notice we extended our place value to include 10,000 and 100,000. We're going to start with focusing our distribution by the 5. We're going to multiply the 5 by each part of the 378. So 8 times 5 is 40. 5 times 7 is 39, or 35, plus 4 is 39. And 5 times 3 is 15, plus 3 is 18. It's not a bad idea to get into the habit of erasing or crossing out your carries, because you might carry additional digits as you move down the distribution. Now we're going to focus on this 7. We're going to multiply or distribute the 7 by each of the parts of the 378. And this is where we're going to bring in my hero 0 again. Because we've moved over one place to the tens, we only need one hero, or 1 0. Now I can go ahead and distribute. 7 times 8 is 56. 7 times 7 is 49, plus 5 is 54. And 7 times 3 is 21, plus 5 is 26. I go ahead and I erase what I carried, and now I'm going to focus distributing by this 5 in the hundreds place. And this is where I'm going to really need my hero 0. Because I'm in the hundreds place, I'm going to use 2 zeros as place value markers. Now I can go ahead and distribute my multiplication by that hundreds digit. 5 times 8 is 40. 5 times 7 is 35, plus 4 is 39. And 5 times 3 is 15, plus 3 is 18. Again, I have a 3-digit number, so my product list is 3 lines. When you add these together, you get 217,350. I want you to copy this problem into your notebook. 892 times 473. Use the traditional method to solve it, and press play when you're ready to check your answer. Tonight's objective was to use and understand the traditional algorithm for multiplication, and sometimes called the short method. Go back and review any part of this video to make sure that you know how to use this method, and then take the quiz. Until next time.